As we all know, there's a certain amount of waste in all of our wood cutting. One of the things I do is a wood stretching process of mating two end grains to form a larger board. As we all know, just butt gluing the end grain doesn't have much of a chance of surviving, so we need to increase the gluing surface area by using a finger bit on our router table. The key words here are increase the gluing surface for strength. As you can see, the two pieces are different thicknesses, which doesn't matter one iota as long as you have one flat side. After cutting your V-grooves, the next challenge comes with how you are going to clamp the two pieces together. Well, I have a better solution than going out and buying 4-foot clamps. I use a $3 Walmart clamp which can be changed from a clamping action to a push action. Since these are cheap, that is, what you get is cheap. They will not stand for much abuse and will break. I did glue two of them back together using Gorilla Glue, and they seem to be holding okay. You can see here the area where they break from the abuse. A similar clamp is also available from Harbor Freight. The key here is to purchase clamps that are reversible. This is a cluttered picture of a piece of plywood laid out on some sawhorses that I use for my work surface. The clamping process goes like this. I laid my boards to be clamped along the edge of the plywood and clamped stop blocks at both ends. As you will see, I later resorted to using screws instead of clamps for the stock blocks. They just work better. Glue needs to be spread evenly down into the grooves. Although not shown here, I later discovered that by tipping one of the boards on edge, I could use that board's grooves to comb the glue deep into the other board. This worked much better than using an acid brush. Note that I placed a piece of waxed paper under the joint to keep it from sticking to the plywood. Consider this, you could make multiple clamps of this type using just 2x4s and end clamps. 2x4s could make for very long clamps and are much more inexpensive than buying black iron pipe. I clamped the joint down to the plywood to keep it from bowing. In this example, I screwed a 2x4 stop block across one edge of the plywood and then screwed stop blocks at the opposite end, spaced to accommodate the clamps. This is clamping about a 3-foot length. The clamping pressure was satisfactory. Here is another example of using the same procedure to clamp long grain joints. In my opinion, this is much faster and easier than messing around with bar-type clamps. You make it a great day, and thanks for watching.